What's up? So I have to put a disclaimer on this video. I know it's annoying, but the internet is just a bunch of butthurt, emotion-led people that I just have to do this, so hear me out. First disclaimer is, it's not really a disclaimer once I think about it. This video is an inspiration of the video made by Hannah Kling. I butchered that so badly. I'm gonna link her video called The Emma Chamberlain Effect down below, including her channel. I really recommend to check her out in case you don't really know who Emma Chamberlain is, because she kind of explains it really well in the beginning of her video. But also don't forget to watch this one. And the second disclaimer is, this is not a hate video towards Emma Chamberlain, okay? I love Emma so much. She is the coolest person I have ever met, ever seen. I've never met her, I wish I did. Like, she is the actual best. She's funny, she's a Gemini, which just puts everything in perspective. She's a Gemini and that explains everything. Right, I don't want to make this intro too long, so let's just get into my super educated and professional opinion. A couple weeks ago, I wanted to make a video explaining how I'm changing my content and why I'm changing my content on my channel. Since I started my channel 4 years ago, I think, I was 13 or 14, and I was really uploading kind of like superwoman-y, 10 types of students at school type of videos back then. But since I am in my late teens now, I don't have the same personality that I had 3 years ago, you know what I mean? I don't even have the same personality I had yesterday. That video is still coming up and I'll explain this in more detail, but that's a summary, and I'm saying this now because it'll lead on to my points in this video. Okay, so I'm a very small channel, as you can see in my subscriber count and my viewer count. I am a tiny little piece of channel. But I have seen this on almost every single YouTube channel with a girl vlogger in their comment section, whether it's big or whether it's small. Now, some Emma Chamberlain's fans think that Emma invented iced coffee, Emma invented chapstick and putting on chapstick in their videos, or zooming in on the face using editors, or even car vlogs. And then they'll write the comments as like, "You're coming, Emma, get a life." Or, "I'm not hating, but you're coming, Emma, get a life." Are you f***ing serious? I think you need to renew your definition on copying. For example, if some very famous celebrity started a trend that kind of already existed, like Kylie Jenner starting a trend of, I don't know, I had exams, I don't know anything about pop culture at this point for a good 2 months. But let's say, for example, Kylie Jenner dyed her hair blonde. That's a terrible example, but I guess it kind of works. And it doesn't mean that every single girl who dyes their hair blonde after Kylie Jenner dyed her hair blonde is copying Kylie Jenner. Now, it might mean that some girls are in fact copying Kylie Jenner, but the percentage that are in fact copying Kylie Jenner all the way and don't have a personality, it's a very small percentage of people. And the people who are 100% not copying her are the ones that dyed their hair blonde before Kylie Jenner did. This also kind of happened with, what's her name? Simply Nessa? I don't know, this girl. But she's a little different example, because instead of her fan base going after the people who post the same content as her or steal her aesthetic, it was her going after those people. And her fans just kind of defended her. If you want more stories on the drama between this autumn aesthetic girl, that's what I call her, then there are so many videos on YouTube covering that. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm never gonna stop saying this. Emma didn't invent the zooming in videos. And she's not the only person in the YouTube community, it's not even a community anymore, it's more like a class system at this point, besides the point, to have a dry sense of humor. And she won't be the last. There have been thousands, well, maybe hundreds of YouTubers who've used that effect. The difference between those YouTubers who used that effect before Emma and Emma is that Emma is a fucking genius when it comes to editing videos. No, seriously, she can film the most boring video ever and still make it not only interesting but also funny, and that is why Emma gained such a huge following over a very short period of time. Now at this point, I'm a little even embarrassed to say, but knowing myself and knowing how hard I stan people from my history, if I wasn't doing YouTube myself and I wasn't watching any other girl vlogger apart from Emma Chamberlain, I would be one of those people who comment, "Stop copying Emma Chamberlain." So I totally understand where people are coming from. And by that I mean, no, I wouldn't be bullying people just because they edit like my favorite YouTuber. I would just think that they have no personality themselves, that they have to copy other people instead of being themselves. But since I'm a little more experienced with this whole YouTube thing, I now see that this response and these hate comments on other vloggers is not a valid response. Another point that I'm gonna get into, it's a little hard to wrap your head around, so I'm gonna use a real life example. This one time in my IB chemistry class, we had to stand around a table and my chemistry teacher would show some experiments. The IB program is a very intense schooling program that makes you do nothing apart from schoolwork for 2 years of your life. And after a whole year of being in this program and being around the same people all the time, we all started to blend into the same personality. To such a great extent that at the little circle in the chemistry class, we were all standing in very, very frighteningly similar standing positions. Which totally makes sense. It's kind of like a chameleon effect. If you spend a lot of time with one person or a group of people, your personalities start to change and it starts to overlap. And how does this relate to Emma Chamberlain, you ask? Well, let's break down the general formula of Emma Chamberlain and who she is. She is a 17-year-old girl who lives in America and does YouTube videos, and specifically vlogs. It's pretty specific, isn't it? Do you know any other 17-year-old YouTubers who also make vlogs? Apart from me, of course. Well, I know one, and her name is Haley Fam. And there's another kind of smaller channel called Kaylee Martens. But here's a picture. And she is a 15-year-old YouTuber who does vlogging. Now these three girls, four, including myself, are in fact uploading very similar content. Haley even made a video addressing how all the comment sections saying, "Why are you copying Emma Chamberlain? Like, stop copying Emma Chamberlain." Like, those type of comments and how she reacted to them. I don't personally know about Kaylee, but I just noticed that their names are even similar. Kaylee and Haley. Now, I don't know much about Kaylee, but I know that Haley started YouTube around the same age as me. Emma, on the other hand, only started exactly a year ago, since it's June 2018 now. So 3 years and 1 year, big difference between the two girls. Now Emma, to what I know, didn't get comments saying, "Why are you copying Haley Fam?" Because to an extent, Haley Fam wasn't that popular. I mean, trust me, she's extremely popular. I think she hit 1 million very recently. But back then, she wasn't as popular to have this loyal fan base that will hunt down every single girl YouTuber and blogger and comment on their page, "Why are you copying Haley Fam?" You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say with this point is that teenagers, and especially teenage girls who are 17 years old, who make YouTube videos and who make vlogs, they're going to act in a similar way, especially in the same year, 2018. Now my next point is going to revolve around Hannah's and from her videos, quote, "Inspiration isn't a crime." I feel that. I'm gonna bring these examples back to me in my life because I suck at explaining, can only bring back experience. When I first started making videos, I would just paint my entire face in makeup and I cleaned my room. I was just like trying to be the most perfect me I could. And I don't want to say that I was fake because it really felt like myself and I wanted to bring the best of me onto the internet. And just lately, around my Sydney vlog, check it out, I was changing my content and what I liked to put on the internet. And just recently, I stopped wearing makeup to school. I started putting my hair up in a bun, which just exposes everything that I hate about me and my face. And the person that inspired me to make this decision and to just not give a fuck anymore is Emma Chamberlain. Now, you might have a different opinion than me, and it's completely fine. But I believe that this type of inspiration isn't bad towards neither me and nor Emma. Just like in the beginning of my channel, I was really inspired from Superwoman and her earlier videos. And I guess Lily Singh or Superwoman is kind of like Emma now. She got popular fairly quickly and she started trends in video making. And Liza Koshy as well. And I'm going to go as far as to say that it shouldn't be criminalized or ridiculed for one person to follow them. It's a little like art. Actually, it's a lot like art, because editing is basically art. Many artists, especially online today, have their own special style. And if you ask any artists how they develop their style, they're probably not gonna say,
"Oh, it just came to me because I'm a literal art genius."
If they do say that, they're lying, I'm sorry. What they're more likely to say is,
"I've been practicing many different styles and I've come to really like this particular one."
And if they're feeling really real and open, they will probably say,
"For practice, I copied other people's work until I finally gained enough skill and imagination to make my own."
And the same goes for video editing and creating. Not only does your skill change, but also your personality and the current trends and the people that you're watching that are influence you in ways that you don't even notice. And all of us YouTubers are still learning. Even Emma Chamberlain, the genius of YouTube editing, or vlogging editing to be more specific, is still learning how to perfect her videos. Now, don't get me wrong when I say that, okay? If somebody blatantly copies Emma Chamberlain and does the exact same things as she does and steals her jokes and labels it as their own, that's not okay. And that is copying. But of course, with everything, there's always this gray area, which is usually the inspiration. And that's where this whole problem begins with. Now, to conclude this video, I really wanted to make this video to not only share my opinions on this whole Emma Chamberlain and why every single YouTuber is copying Emma Chamberlain thing and the problem around Emma Chamberlain. I would also like to point out that commenting something like, "Oh, this YouTuber reminds me of insert YouTuber here," that is not hate. That is fine. If somebody looks like, I don't know, Emma Watson, I'm not gonna say stop copying Emma Watson's looks. Like, I'm just going to say you look like Emma Watson. But accusing somebody of stealing somebody else's content is extremely rude and needs to stop. We get it, you stan this person, and not every single person in the world is against that person, so calm down and go write some fan fiction. Anyway, thank you, especially you, that stuck around for this long. Now, if you completely agree with me, comment down below. If you completely disagree with me, go ahead, just roast me in the comments down below. Anyway, we're almost at 200 subscribers, so please just click the subscribe button. It'll make me really happy. Also, check out this last video of me doing a clothes haul, and also this video that Yisha picked out just for you, because you're very special, especially to me. Anyway, I really hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video, which will be a lot more than I had throughout the year because it's summer now and I actually get to do the things that I love. Okay, bye.